E-commerce marketing 101, everything you need to know to get all the fundamentals and foundations in place so you can make revenue through email marketing for your e-commerce brand. Hey guys, my name is Michael Galvin. I am the co-founder of No Limit email marketing agency. We help brands make millions of dollars a month through the power of email. So let's jump into the fundamentals overview. What do we need to ensure that we are landing in the inbox, getting as many emails as we can, and driving revenue through flows, through campaigns, and using the correct segmentation? So here we have, of course, deliverability. Then we want to look at list growth, email acquisition, then customer journey automations or flows, making sure we're hitting all the right customer touch points, then what your campaign setting strategy should look like or can look like, and of course, segmentation. First thing we're going to look at is deliverability. Why is it important? Because we want to know that we're landing in the inbox and we're not going to spam. If you hit the spam or junk folder, then people are not going to see your emails. If they don't see your emails, they won't open, click, and purchase your products. So here we have a few things. We have GMass. So this is GMass. It is a free tool that you can use to test if your emails are landing in promotions, updates, or the spam junk folder for Gmail. That's a great free tool to use for inbox placement. Then we have MX Toolbox /email health. And then for this one, really good to check your DMARC and SPF. For DKIM, you should just go on your DNS and see if you have anything set up in there. Next, we have Mail Tester. Mail Tester will do the same sort of thing. It's going to show you if there's anything in terms of like spam issues that you're having. This will be good at just checking some basic blacklists to see if you're on any of those. Now, these are great tools, especially if you don't want to spend any money. But if you really want to deep dive and get more details about your deliverability, then I 100% think you should be using Glock Apps. Glock Apps is what we use for our business when we're doing audits, when we're doing monthly health checks. See, so it's going to look across all different types of inboxes, not just Gmail. It will look at Yahoo, AOL, Gmail, Hotmail, Outlook, and there's even more than just this that it's just not showing right now and where it's not delivered to. So let me show you a report quickly. So this is what the report looks like. So it will show you your inbox placement, how many went to the inbox, how many went to the promotion tab, how many went to spam, and then how many didn't even hit the inbox. After that, it will show you some basic sender authentication, DKIM, SPF, DNS. It will show you your IP blacklist if you're on any domain blacklist. It will look at different spam filters and how you score against them. And then here we go, the email provider delivery reports. As you can see, it tests on a bunch of different types of email domains. And then, if you click on them, it shows you exactly where it got sent to. Let's look at this report here where we have some spam. So it'll tell you if it was delivered to the inbox or spam, if it passes SPF, sender score, blacklist that you're on, and how long it took for it to be delivered. It will also do a content analysis of all the images and the links within your email to tell you if there's anything wrong. And it also gives you some action steps that you can follow to help improve your deliverability. It's pretty cheap. I suggest you just buy spam test credits, right? So you can just top up whenever you want. It's not a subscription, you just buy a pack and then you can do some tests on your emails. Besides that, you should be setting up the dedicated sending domain, having your email authentication, and remove yourself from blacklist. These first two you probably should have done by now, especially with the new Gmail and Yahoo updates. And the only extra thing I'd recommend you do is just to monitor open rates by email domain also inside of Klaviyo. So you can do this if you send a campaign, just click on the campaign to see the info of it. And then in the top right, you'll actually see deliverability. Cool, so I'll just show you one here just inside of our account. So you click on the campaign, you go to the deliverability, and then you just scroll down and it will show you inbox placement, right? So we want to look at open rate. See open rate above 20%, yes or no. We just want to make sure that we are landing in the inbox, people are opening. So if it starts hitting under 20%, then that means you have a specific email domain issue and you have to start segmenting for those specific domains. probably too much detail to go into now. We can do that in another video. Okay, next thing we want to look at is list growth and email acquisition. So of course the pop-up on your homepage. Here's a great example of a pop-up. So what's great about it? So first thing, has a great offer, and should work your discount into your margin. So if you're going to give 10, 15, 20% off, just make sure that you work it into your margin so you're not losing any money. Obviously, you don't want to give away a discount to everybody who signs up and then lose money. So make sure you're at least breaking even or still profiting. Just increase your prices by that 10, 15, 20%. Make sure that the message is simple and easy to consume. So it should pass the grunt test, or you should be able to get your grandma to look at the pop-up and then after 5 seconds, close your laptop and say, what is that pop-up about? And she should say, if I sign up, I get 15% off, right? So very easy to consume and understand, really big and bold here. No other distractions in the input field. So just ask for their email address. You don't need their first name. You don't need their birth date, none of that. They're just going to act as barriers and blockers for people wanting to sign up. If there's more info to fill out, people are going to get lazy. They don't want to do it. And then something else is for the no thanks, just make it a small text-based CTA. I've seen other brands actually make these big buttons CTAs. What you want is for get 15% off to really drive their eye and for them to know, okay, this is what I have to do next. Just click on this button. So that's a great example of a sign up form. And once again, here's another one, right? Great offer, a free gift plus free shipping with a first order over $45, and then you get this as your free gifts, right? Can be a little bit wordy. Maybe should have just said value pack over $100 and then had the value pack here, which, these are the 3 items that you get, but still really good pop-up. In the end, you just want to make sure that your pop-up tells them exactly what they get out of it, because that's all people worry about, what's in it for me, and then it's easy for them to understand and easy to input and go to the next section. Okay, now we're going into the automations and flows. So this is sort of the customer life cycle, and I'm sure you'll see a lot of different ones, but this is a very familiar one that you'll see. People in the awareness stage, consideration or being engaged with your brand, then people who've purchased, and then sort of the retention phase after they purchase, and then advocacy, so advocating for your brand, and then people who are going to be lapsed. So what sort of flows do we want to be setting up when we're starting out to generate the most amount of revenue? So of course, the awareness phase, somebody just signed up, they just become aware of you, and it's the welcome flow. There's also a site abandon and browse abandon. Honestly, you could put that under the awareness or consideration stage. I've just put it under awareness here. Then maybe they haven't bought yet. So what does consideration and engagement look like? So if somebody goes and adds item to their cart, or they add items to the cart and head to the checkout page but leave it, we know they're actually considering buying. Now, engagement can also be done through campaign emails. If somebody hasn't bought, we want to keep them engaged and still persuading them to buy through campaign emails. Once somebody has purchased, we then want them to go to a first time post-purchase, give them a review request near the end, and possibly cross-sell them in the middle there or near the end of the post-purchase sequence. Retention. So after somebody's bought, how are we going to retain them? How are we going to try and get them to come back? And this can also be put into your post-purchase flow, but we want product education, also known as product activation, product adoption, habit formation, but we just want to educate them on the product, how to use it, how to get the best results out of it. Then we have replenishment flows. So if your product is a consumable and they're going to run out, then we want to send them through a flow that reminds them to top up again. We also have things like loyalty program flows and subscription flows that will try and get people to come back and buy again. If somebody is retained and they buy a few times, then they're probably going to fall into the advocacy stage. So maybe they've bought 3, 4, 5 times. We probably know this is a good person to try and refer a friend. So we can do a refer a friend campaign or flow. There's a VIP flow, an affiliate marketing flow. Hey, do you want to be an affiliate of our brand? If you can get sales, you get a percentage commission on those sales. We should be asking these people for user-generated content, user stories, and also try and maybe get them into an ambassador or influencer marketing program if they have a following. Now, what happens to customers who don't end up coming to buy back? We want to put them through a win-back flow. So we're trying to win them back as a customer, and then finally a sunset flow. But of course, once they're at their stage, most people are pretty much far gone and they're not going to come back. Now, campaigns. Like, how can we make campaigns easier? I think the two biggest things you should be focusing on is just being consistent. So don't send 4 campaigns in 1 month, and the next month you only send 1 or 0 campaigns. Try and keep up a consistent pace of campaign frequency every month. And then if you can, send 2 campaigns a week minimum. Now, the hardest part for most people is like, what do I send for campaigns? Well, here's 6 campaign pillars you can use. You can use a product focus campaign pillar, like product highlights, collection highlight, bundle highlight, best sellers, almost sold out, product education, product comparison. Anything where you're just talking about the product, that will be considered a product pillar. Then we've got promotional pillars: buy one, get one free, holiday sale, product launch, flash sale, free shipping, free gift with product. Promotion is anything promotional where you're putting on some type of sale or promotion for the contact. Then there's social proof, so building trust, right? So that could be product reviews, media features, award features, authority posts, us versus them, influencer ambassador. Then we have engagement and education, things for very active customers, and then content for lapsed customers. So just here you have plenty of different content ideas that you can start using to send out campaign emails. Next thing is segmentation, which a lot of people get really lost here. If you're not super advanced or anything, just keep it simple. If you go overboard, it's a huge resource suck for little return. So if you're trying to hyper segment and send different emails to all these different segments, you end up having to create more emails, having to create up and brainstorm more ideas. It becomes a big resource suck for time and then of course money. So what I suggest is you just send campaigns and target all profiles who have recently engaged with email marketing. So opened and clicked. Just keep it like that. Keep the campaigns to a broad segment. Try and hit as many people as you can to maximize revenue. But secondly, if possible, you can create an extra email or just duplicate one of the emails you're doing every month, and then just tweak the offer, change the offer, and make it some sort of a big discount. Because what you'll find is that these prospects on your email list, once you start sending them campaign emails, hardly any of them will buy. And the only thing that gets them to come and buy is to give them a discount. You might as well give them a discount and make them a customer. Otherwise, they're just prospects, people who've never bought, just sitting on your list, costing you money and really doing nothing, right? Perfect. So that is pretty much all you need to know for the fundamentals. Once again, getting in the inbox with deliverability, making list growth and email acquisition easy for the customer to sign up and understand, making sure that you have all the flows across your automation, especially the main revenue driving ones, having a good variety of content pillars for sending out campaign emails, and just being really simple with segmentation, keeping it broad and sending to everybody as long as they're engaged with email. So you're not just sending to the whole list or something like that. If you can get all of these set up, you're pretty good. You're like 90% of the way done with your email marketing, and you won't really have to do anything else. Awesome. Hope you enjoyed this video. If you want more tips, make sure you like and subscribe, and I'll catch you in the next video.